Memos. During the game you will find several documents and notes of different kinds lying around, which are generally all attributed as memos. Once found, these memos can be referenced in the memo section of your inventory. Keep in mind that you will also find several notes of minor importance which do not appear in that menu. This section contains each and every memo found in the game in addition to all these minor notes, listed below in each category. Contents. Letter from Silent Heaven. Memo Swamp Monument Memo next to corpse number 1 Memo next to corpse number 2 Memo next to corpse number 3 Memo next to corpse number 4 Memo next to corpse number 5 Memo next to corpse number 6 Newspaper from shop window map found on bar. Wall scratches 3 different sizes, time on the run. 3 needles stand of 3 different heights. Article about murder incident sightseeing brochure wallet in toilet bowl Dear Tim to the right is the lady. 3 bright coins in 5 holes B. First lies the seed of he-like coins in the hazy ether tossed map found near bridge patient record doctor's journal number written on the whiteboard graffiti imprint on carbon paper Louise. Diary from roof turn the numbers the basement's basement. She is an angel I took the director's as key there's a letter and a wrench. The key is in the park. Words written on the wall. Pyramid head painting. Waterfront landscape painting 1, from cell. Painting 2, from cell. Painting 3, from cell. Inscription on gallows legend of the Lake Prison Guard's diary blood-soaked newspaper please someone save me dead men condemned man's diary death upon the head of the sinner receptionist memo photos from trunk. Extra memos The Road to Tomorrow How to be a happy couple choosing death. Item memos Letter from Mary book, Lost Memories Laura's letter book, Crimson Ceremony Letter from Mary, full. Tape transcripts videotape. Notes Bar Neely's The Door That Wakes in Darkness Another conclusion The Scars from the Past Rosewater Park Stone Patrick Chester in memory of the 67 who died Jennifer Carroll East Lakeview Hotel Billboard. Historical Society Billboard West Lakeview Hotel Billboard Heaven's Night Billboard Jack's in Billboard Pete's Bolorama Billboard Heaven's Night Neon Sign Refrigerator Note Joseph Historical Society Plate. Wilts Coal Mine Brookhaven Hospital Prisoner Note Banquet Painting Skewering Painting Toluca Prison Camp Painting Book Titles in Prison Cell Counterfeiter Kidnapper Thief Bodily Injurer Arsonist Swindler Embezzler Murderer Notice. The Felon Walter Sullivan's Tombstone Miriam K.S. Tombstone James Tombstone Angela's Tombstone Eddie's Tombstone Toluca Lake Dock Wall Hotel Map Note Venus Tears Plate Weight Allowance Note Heater Note Music Box Puzzle Born from a Wish Memos Inner Garden Tombstone Plant Encyclopedia Acacia Lost Memories Item Memos Whiteboard Blackboard Red Board Birthday Card Notes Heaven's Night Neon Sign Plate on the Floor Haunted Mansion Warning Letter from Silent Heaven. Memos. All of these memos can be found in the memo menu of your inventory once you've read them. Some contain helpful information pertaining to puzzles while others may just be an interesting read of additional lore. Swamp Monument. Location, on the west sidewalk near the north end of Lindsay Street, East South Vale. Remains of _____________ swamp. The _________ heirs of land surround _______ is monument was originally swamp, but was later fill _________ FR _________________ ago. T ______________ s nicknamed Blood Swamp because the heirs poured the what said to wash the X _________ in here. Perhaps it's FO ____________________ hat many P __________________________________________________________________________________________m To have s underscore 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 and the area. Fully legible version. Remains of blood swamp. The X meters of land surrounding this monument was originally swamp, but was later filled in. From long ago, the swamp was nicknamed Blood Swamp because the executioners poured the water used to wash the execution tools in here. Perhaps it's for that reason that many people seem to have seen ghosts in the area. Memo next to corpse number 1. Location: on the ground by the corpse at the north end of Neely Street, East South Vale. I'm going to write everything that I've learned so far. Maybe that will help you out somehow. If you're reading this, it probably means I'm already dead. Memo next to corpse number 2. Location: on the ground by the corpse at the north end of Neely Street, East South Vale. I saw those demons. They were there, I'm certain. But my friend says he didn't see anything. If that's true, does that mean that what I saw was an illusion? But whether that demon that ate human beings was real, or whether it was just some kind of hallucination that my mind dreamed up, one thing I know for sure is that I'm beyond all hope. Memo next to corpse number 3. Location: on the ground by the corpse at the north end of Neely Street, East South Vale. It seems that they're attracted to light. That's why people who need light to see are their natural prey. They also react strongly to sound. If you want to go on living, you'd be better off just sitting in the dark and staying quiet. But even that probably won't save you. Memo next to corpse number 4. Location: on the ground by the corpse at the north end of Neely Street, East South Vale. If you're going to try to fight them, the most important thing is to relax. It's dangerous to fire a gun while you're all crazy with fear. Take good aim, and then squeeze the trigger. And don't forget to finish them off. I think most of those creatures can be killed, even if they are tougher than people. Memo next to corpse number 5. Location: on the ground by the corpse at the north end of Neely Street, East South Vale. Run away. Memo next to corpse number 6. Location: on the ground by the corpse at the north end of Neely Street, East South Vale. Run away. 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 Newspaper from shop window. Location: on the paper on the inside of the window in Neely's bar, Neely Street, East South Vale. There was a hole here. It's gone now. Map found on bar. Location: on the bar inside Neely's bar, Neely Street, East South Vale. Map with question mark labeled at the top of Martin Street. Wall scratches. Location: on the wall in the clockroom of room 208, Woodside Apartments 2F. Henry Mildred Scott. 3 different sizes, time on the run. Location: on the living room stand of room 208, Woodside Apartments 2F, easy riddle level. 3 different sizes, time on the run. 3 young men circling round the sun. Henry is short and very, very slow, Scott can't stop. He's always on the go. 3 needles stand of 3 different heights. Location: on the living room stand of room 208, Woodside Apartments 2F, normal, hard, extra riddle level. 3 needles stand of 3 different heights. The fat, the tall, and the thin. From slow to fast they move to the right. Scott rests not on 3, but 15. Article about murder incident. Location, at the bottom of the garbage chute just outside Woodside Apartments, after knocking the garbage loose from 2F. The police announced today that Walter Sullivan, who was arrested on the 18th of this month for the brutal murder of Billy Locane and his sister Miriam, committed suicide in his jail cell early on the morning of the 22nd. According to the police statement, Sullivan used a soup spoon to stab himself in the neck, severing his carotid artery. By the time the guard discovered him, Sullivan was dead from blood loss, the spoon buried 2 inches in his neck. An old schoolmate of Walter Sullivan's from his hometown of Pleasant River said he didn't look like the type of guy who would kill kids. But I do remember that just before they arrested him he was blurting out all sorts of strange stuff like he's trying to kill me. He's trying to punish me. The monster, the red devil. Forgive me. I did it, but it wasn't me. The schoolmate then added, I guess now that I think of it, he was kinda crazy. Sightseeing brochure. Location, on the cabinet in room 104, Woodside Apartments 1F. Welcome to Silent Hill. Silent Hill, a quiet little lakeside resort town. We're happy to have you. Take some time out of your busy schedules and enjoy a nice restful vacation here. Row after row of quaint old houses, a gorgeous mountain landscape, and a lake which shows different sides of its beauty with the passing of the day, from sunrise to late afternoons to sunset. Silent Hill will move you and fill you with a feeling of deep peace. I hope your time here will be pleasant and your memories will last forever. Editor, Roger Woodmark. Wallet in toilet bowl. Location, inside the toilet in the washroom of room 203, Blue Creek Apartments 2F. Hashtag 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 hashtag. Hashtag number, Roman numeral or letter, depending on riddle difficulty. Dear Tim. Location, pinned on the door to room 209, Blue Creek Apartments 2F. Dear Tim, I have to run an errand, so I'm going out. I left the house key with Uncle David. You know where he lives, don't you? The key is in the room near the first floor staircase. I'll be back as soon as I can, so please watch the place while I'm gone. To the right is the lady. Location, engraved in the secretarial desk in room 105, Blue Creek Apartments 1F, easy riddle level. To the right is the lady. To the left is the old one. In the center crawls the other. Now just 2 spaces remain, but fear not, for now, the puzzle is done. The puzzle is done. 3 bright coins in 5 holes B. Location, engraved in the secretarial desk in room 105, Blue Creek Apartments 1F, normal riddle level. 3 bright coins in 5 holes B. At one end sits the seducer of she. The wind from behind the woman doth play. The formless one, null, lies furthest from they. The old one beside the serpent sits not. 'Tis to the prisoner's left that he doth rot. First lies the seat of he. Location, engraved in the secretarial desk in room 105, Blue Creek Apartments 1F, hard riddle level. First lies the seat of he who is peerless, silent and empty, heartless and fearless. Beside him sits one who knows the place of the servant is next to the throne. Dozens of feet, yet not a single toe. The one that is hidden beside him doth go, seducer of dreams, creature of Hades, lying further from man and closer to lady. Man and woman, seeing all heedless to the raven's call. Silent and hidden the two may be, they be not there for you to see. Return them to whence they would be, and blessing shall descend on thee. I speak thus, with the North Star behind me. The birth of the sun is the start of the story. Like coins in the hazy ether tossed. Location, engraved in the secretarial desk in room 105, Blue Creek Apartments 1F, extra riddle level. Like coins in the hazy ether tossed, our souls must by their sinful weight descend to earth with likeness lost. To right the sins that they hath laid, when thrice in falling they intone, then happiness shall be thy own. The first note be not by the horn one rung, though it be there that all sins be sprung. The bringer of life and the bringer of shame, the sins of the latter be evermore tame. Though coming in the aged one's wake, the formless one's soul in fear doth quake. The needless one, silent, with hungers all sated, is least then in sin with his lusts all abetted. For the gravest of sinners his place be appointed, and if he be lucky may his soul be anointed. Map found near bridge. Location, on the ground by the corpse near the bridge at the northwest end of Nathan Avenue, West-South Vale. Map with circle around Pete's Bolorama. Patient record. Location, on the desk in the reception office, Brookhaven Hospital, 1F. Jack Davis. He has attempted suicide 3 times in the past for reasons unknown. Although he is normally a model patient who follows doctors' and nurses' orders, he must be watched closely due to his past pattern of sudden and violent suicide attempts. Joseph Barkin. His illness seems to be rooted in the fact that he believes he is guilty of causing his daughter's death. His symptoms suggest a psychotic break and paranoid delusions. Normally calm, but has a tendency towards violence when excited. Joshua Lewis. History of hospitalization as well as numerous assault, battery, and other violent offenses. He has a strong persecution complex and a tendency to solve things through violence. Extreme caution necessary. Doctor's Journal. Location, on the desk in the document room, Brookhaven Hospital, 1F. The potential for this illness exists in all people, and, under the right circumstances, any man or woman would be driven, like him, to the other side. The other side perhaps may not be the best way to phrase it. After all, there is no wall between here and there. It lies on the borders where reality and unreality intersect. It is a place both close and distant. Some say it isn't even an illness. I cannot agree with them. I'm a doctor, not a philosopher or even a psychiatrist. But sometimes I have to ask myself this question. It's true that to us his imaginings are nothing but the inventions of a busy mind. But to him, there simply is no other reality. Furthermore, he is happy there. So why, I ask myself, why in the name of healing him must we drag him painfully into the world of our own reality? Something else is written by hand. I got the key from Joseph. It's probably the key to that box. Number written on the whiteboard. Location, on the whiteboard on the wall in the doctor's lounge, Brookhaven Hospital, 1F, easy, normal riddle level. 3rd floor patient wing hall, 7335. Whiteboard graffiti. Location, on the whiteboard on the wall in the doctor's lounge, Brookhaven Hospital, 1F, hard, extra riddle level. The PIN number this month is T. Last month it was X and before that it was Z. But what are they going to do next month? That's all they can express with 4 numbers. Anyway, does the door to the patient wing really need to have its combination changed this often? Imprint on carbon paper. Location, in the typewriter on the desk in examining room 3, Brookhaven Hospital, 2F. Easy/normal riddle level. I know it, I know the number of the box hashtag it can't help him anymore. The button key doesn't scare me, so nobody can stop who I am. I don't know who I am is who I am is who I am is. Hashtag randomized number. Hard/extra riddle level. I know it, the secret. I'll give them something to deal with. This demon shelter is of no use anymore. He is my instrument. He must follow my orders. Yes, the box will be useless. Now I must not forget it. Hashtag. That's good. He is the lowest. Now I too will be free, and he will serve me. I am a genius. No one can stop me. One can stop me. No one can stop me. Can stop. No. Hashtag randomized number. Louise. Location, written on the wall in room S14, Brookhaven Hospital, 3F. Louise, I'll take care of you forever. It's my destiny. Diary from roof. Location, on the ground on the roof of Brookhaven Hospital. May 9th rain. Stared out the window all day. Peaceful here, nothing to do. Still not allowed to go outside. May 10th still raining. Talked with the doctor a little. Would they have saved me if I didn't have a family to feed? I know I'm pathetic, weak. Not everyone can be strong. May 11th rain again. The meds made me feel sick today. If I'm only better when I'm drugged, then who am I anyway? May 12th rain as usual. I don't want to cause any more trouble for anyone, but I'm a bother either way. Can it really be such a sin to run instead of fight? Some people may say so, but they don't have to live in my shoes. It may be selfish, but it's what I want. It's too hard like this. It's just too hard. May 13th it's clear outside. The doctors told me I'd been released, that I've got to go home. Turn the numbers. Location, on the wall inside the unlocked cell in the special treatment room, Brookhaven Hospital 3F. Random 4-digit code on wall above writing. Turn the numbers, better not forget them, so I'll write them down here. The other one, my secret name. The basement's basement. Location, on the covered table in room M6, Nightmare Hospital 2F. I was locked up inside the basement's basement. It was so small and dark and I was so afraid. I dropped my precious ring. But I will never, ever go back there. She is an angel. Location, on the bed in room S11, Nightmare Hospital 2F. She is an angel, no one knows, only I can see the lady of the door. They cannot walk along her bridge of thread, they fall from the weight of their crimes. Like bloated and ugly corpses their sins she devours them, sin and sinner alike she saves me, she is an angel. I took the director's key. Location, on the ground in the patient wing stairwell, Nightmare Hospital. I took the director's key, the one to the museum. I hid it behind the praying woman when I went out for the day trip. I picked it up, but I did not steal it. I'm not a criminal. There's a letter and a wrench. Location, on the desk in the director's room, Nightmare Hospital 1F. He who is not bold enough to be stared at from across the abyss is not bold enough to stare into it himself. The truth can only be learned by marching forward. Follow the map. There's a letter and a wrench. The key is in the park. Location, on the porch of the second house north from Gonzales Mexican Restaurant on Lindsay Street, Dark South Vale. Or perhaps you are a fool. The truth usually betrays people. A part of that abyss is in the old society. The key to the society is in the park. At the foot of the praying woman, inside of the ground, inside of a box. To open it, I need a wrench. My patient buried it there. I knew, but did nothing. It made me uneasy to have such a thing near. I wasn't looking for the truth, I was looking for tranquility. I also saw that thing. I fled, but the museum was sealed as well. Now no one dares to approach that place. If you still do not wish to stop, James, I pray to the Lord to have mercy on your eternal soul. Words written on the wall. Location, on the wall in Neely's Bar, Neely Street, Dark South Vale. If you really want to see Mary, you should just die. But you might be heading to a different place than Mary, James. Note, the above is what is captioned, however the following is the exact representation of the words on the wall. If you really want to see Mary, you should just die, but you might be heading to a different place than Mary, James. Pyramid Head Painting. Location, on the wall in the first exhibition room, Silent Hill Historical Society. Misty day, remains of the judgment. Waterfront landscape. Location, on the wall in the first exhibition room, Silent Hill Historical Society. Waterfront landscape. Alan Smith, date of birth and death unknown. A scene of this area from long ago. From the style, it looks like it was done sometime around 1820. There were a lot fewer people then, and only a handful of buildings. Painting 1, from cell. Location, inside the first cell from the east in the north cell block, Toluca Prison 1F. Burning Man. Painting 2, from cell. Location, inside the first cell from the east in the north cell block, Toluca Prison 1F. Woman in flight. Painting 3, from cell. Location, inside the first cell from the east in the north cell block, Toluca Prison 1F. 436 people at a recital. Inscription on gallows. Location, on the front of the scaffold in the courtyard of Toluca Prison. I give you blood to atone for the 3 sins. Legend of the Lake. Location, on the desk in the warden's office, Toluca Prison 1F. Toluca Lake, the town's main tourist attraction. This clear, beautiful lake has another side as well. It may seem like just a typical ghost story that you might find in any number of old towns across the country. But in this case, the legend is true. On a fog-bound November day in 1918, the Little Baroness, a ship filled with tourists, failed to return to port. A newspaper article from back then simply says it most likely sunk for some reason. Despite an extensive police search, not a single fragment of the ship nor any of the 14 bodies of passengers or crew has ever been recovered to this day. In 1939, an even stranger incident occurred. There are many pages torn out. Many corpses rest at the bottom of this lake. Their bony hands reach up towards the boats that pass overhead. Perhaps they reach for their comrades. Prison guard's diary. Location, in the bookshelf to the left of the desk in the warden's office, Toluca Prison 1F. Prisoners do not feel remorse. In fact, they do not feel themselves to be villains at all. Even the most uneducated brute will use what little words he knows to justify himself. And such trifling dreams they have, flourishing even in the darkness. Prisoners, too, are no exception. No matter how foul nor loathsome one's own life and existence may be, human nature is abiding. Blood-soaked newspaper. Location, on the floor in the small entryway before the abstract daddy boss fight in the labyrinth. The Bo_____F, a man later identified as Thomas Oro _______Lumberjack, AG_39, was discovered in the OM lying FA _____________. The probable cause of DA ______ is multiple stab wounds to the front of the neck and the left side of the torso by a sharp-edged weapon. The estimated _____ of death was somewhere between 11:00 p. ND 12:30 midnight. Due to signs of struggle in the room and the lack of a murder weapon, police are airing this a homicide and have opened a murder investigation. Furthermore, given the fact that the cash in the room was untouched and Mr. Oro had a history of drunkenness and violence, the Pollock _________________ the T _____________ was not robbery ____________________ of crime ________________________ Fully legible version. The body of a man later identified as Thomas Orozco, lumberjack, age 39, was discovered in the middle of the room lying face up. The probable cause of death was multiple stab wounds to the front of the neck and the left side of the torso by a sharp-edged weapon. The estimated time of death was somewhere between 11 p.m. and 12:30 midnight. Due to signs of struggle in the room and the lack of a murder weapon, police are considering this a homicide and have opened a murder investigation. Furthermore, given the fact that the cash in the room was untouched and Mr. Orozco had a history of drunkenness and violence, the police suspect that the motive was not robbery but some sort of crime of passion. Please someone save me. Location: on the fence in the room with the 6 nooses, labyrinth, easy riddle level. He committed an evil crime. He turned a happy home into a pile of ash. For that, he should die. They also committed crimes. They tried to fraud and trick others. So their reward too is natural. Even he cannot be forgiven, my friend, without his left hand. And so his death bothers me not. And what of him? He also is not sinless. There is only one here who is innocent. The missing child was nowhere to be found, and so there was no proof of his guilt. His death was a tragedy. That is all I wish to say. It was neither justice nor retribution. Dead men, dead men. Location: on the fence in the room with the 6 nooses, labyrinth, normal riddle level. Dead men swinging in a tree. How many dead men do you see? Tongue turned blue and face gone gray, watch them as they twist and sway. The first one killed the butcherman, then cooked him in the frying pan, served him to his hungry guests, and gave them seconds on request. The next one with his smile and sweets stole poor children off the streets to men who dressed unsavory, he sold them into slavery. Breaking into a home at night, the thief he had a nasty fright, filled his foolish head with ale, woke in the morn in the county jail. The artist with his daunting skill tried his hand at painting bills, but caught in rain he was undone when the ink he'd used did start to run. With promises of great return, taking gold he did not earn, bundled it up out of sight, quietly slipped off into night. 3 houses into ashes burned the sheriff, with no place to turn, did spy a stranger to his town, locked him up and beat him down. Dead men swinging in a tree. How many dead men do you see? 6 feet long and 6 men wide, round their necks the noose be tied. Condemned man's diary. Location: on the fence in the room with the 6 nooses, labyrinth, hard riddle level. I do not wish to die. But tomorrow I will climb the 13 steps. Please someone answer me, why must I die come the morning? The man imprisoned beside me believed me. Because they're all insane, that's why, he said. Of course I know his opinion will change nothing. Now you know why I struck out at them, he muttered. The man who was executed yesterday, the one who had said his job was to sell dreams, said that was not true. But the man who was to be executed the day after tomorrow for stealing children shouted back that it was true. The man who was hung today did not answer. They'll kill me either way, he said. He was caught embezzling public money, so he hasn't any hope for mercy. The man who was always quietly smiling to himself said, I am happy, for I will soon be with her. I do not wish to die. I long only to return home. But I know it is not to be. Though I have done nothing, this crime has been thrust upon me. Someone save me. This is not judgment. They are bloodthirsty, and I am their sacrificial lamb. Death upon the head of the sinner. Location: on the fence in the room with the 6 nooses, labyrinth, extra riddle level. We may visit death upon the head of the sinner, but to what avail? In the name of retribution, we took part in a bitter comedy this day. You, hanging as you do, by your neck, unforgiven and cursed by all. 5 of them committed crimes, 6 went out for a drink and were captured there. Only one of them was innocent, but they knew not that. The bloodstains remaining are proof of their guilt. Trodden upon and thus created, they are the paths to hell or the void. The white bandages stained with crimson, the remains upon the scorched black earth, the whispered cries of the maiden. They are but a meaningless contract. They are also signs of guilt. But one of them was done without reason. It was done out of fear and a ripe imagination. Spinning alone at the end of a rope, it is nothing less than a disgrace to us all. Receptionist memo. Location: on the reception counter in the lobby, Lakeview Hotel 1F. Mr. James Sunderland, the videotape you forgot here is being kept in the office on the first floor. Photos of trunk. Location: on the bed in room 202, Lakeview Hotel 2F. Random 4-letter code word. Extra memos. These are secret memos that provide hints on achieving one of the main 3 endings of the game. Only one can appear at a time in a new game plus, corresponding to one of the main endings, or the only one you have not yet received. Once all main endings have been achieved, none of these memos will ever appear again in your save file. Read more about them in the Unlockables and Secrets section. The Road to Tomorrow. Location: on the sewing machine table in room 205, Woodside Apartments 2F. The Road to Tomorrow. The first step to a healthy life is to avoid illness. That may sound obvious, but it's also very important. Instead of working to heal yourself after you're sick, it's better to avoid getting sick in the first place. Also, you have to maintain a positive, optimistic outlook on life. It's no use worrying over things that have happened in the past. You've got to get outside and play in the fresh air once in a while, instead of just sitting inside reading difficult books. How to be a happy couple. Location: on the sewing machine table in room 205, Woodside Apartments 2F. How to be a happy couple. Do you really love her? In sickness and in health? If you truly love her, then you must act. It all depends on how hard you fight for her. Whatever happens, don't give up. Always try just one more time. Even though there may be hard times, never turn to another woman. And if it comes to it, you must be willing to protect her with your very life. After all, true love means a willingness to sacrifice. Be true to your heart, and with luck, things will work out in the end. Choosing death. Location: on the sewing machine table in room 205, Woodside Apartments 2F. Choosing death. When life is filled with nothing but despair, some people choose to end it all. I once chose that path for myself as well. At the time I felt that I had no other choices. After I made my decision, it became the only thing binding me into this world. Sometimes I would cry to myself while thinking of the past, but mostly all I did was plan over and over again how and when I was going to kill myself. I did stupid, dangerous things. I figured it didn't matter since I was going to die anyway, so I went out of my way to invite disaster. I stopped taking to people, and it didn't bother me even when friendships grew distant. Item memos. The memos in this section can be found in your inventory as items once they have been obtained, except for Mary's full letter, which is really the full version of the letter from Mary that James starts off with. In order to read the content of these memos once they're in your inventory, highlight the item and select Examine. The locations for the memos below are the locations of the items themselves. Other descriptions of certain memos upon examining or simply viewing in your inventory can be found in the item list section. Letter from Mary. Location: in James's possession from the beginning of the game. In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday. But you never did. Well, I'm alone there now. In our special place. Waiting for you. Book: Lost Memories. Location: inside the newspaper stand at the Texan gas station, West South Vale, only in a new game plus. The name comes from the legend of the people whose land was stolen from them. They called this place the place of the silent spirits. By spirits, they meant not only their dead relatives, but also the spirits that they believed inhabited the trees, rocks, and water around them. According to legend, this was where the holiest ceremonies took place. But it was not the ancestors of those who now live in this town that first stole the land from these people. There were others who came before. In those days, this town went by another name. But that name is now hopelessly lost in the veils of time. All we know is that there was another name, and that for some reason the town was once abandoned by its residents. Laura's letter. Location: acquired from Laura in the restaurant Lake Shore, Lakeview Hotel 1F. My dearest Laura, I'm leaving this letter with Rachel to give to you after I'm gone. I'm far away now. In a quiet, beautiful place. Please forgive me for not saying goodbye before I left. Be well, Laura. Don't be too hard on the sisters. And Laura, about James. I know you hate him because you think he isn't nice to me, but please give him a chance. It's true he may be a little surly sometimes, and he doesn't laugh much. But underneath he's really a sweet person. Laura. I love you like my very own daughter. If things had worked out differently, I was hoping to adopt you. Happy 8th birthday, Laura. Your friend forever, Mary. Book: Crimson Ceremony. Location: on the bookshelf behind the desk in the reading room, Nightmare Hotel 2F, only in a new game plus. Speak. I am the Crimson One. The lies and the mist are not they but I. You all know that I am one. Yes, and the one is I. Believers, hearken to me. 20 score men and 7,000 beasts. Heed my words and speaketh them to all, that they shall ever be obeyed even under the light of the proud and merciless sun. I shall bring down bitter vengeance upon thee, and thou shalt suffer my eternal wrath. The beauty of the withering flower and the last struggles of the dying man, they are my blessings. Thou shalt ever call upon me and all that is me in the place that is silent. O proud fragrance of life which flies towards the heart! O cup which brims with the whitest of wine, it is in thee that all begins. Letter from Mary, full. Location: acquired from Mary in the ending. After completing the game with one of the 3 main endings, letter is read by Mary. In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday. But you never did. Well, I'm alone there now. In our special place. Waiting for you. Waiting for you to come to see me. But you never do. And so I wait, wrapped in my cocoon of pain and loneliness. I know I've done a terrible thing to you. Something you'll never forgive me for. I wish I could change that, but I can't. I feel so pathetic and ugly laying here, waiting for you. Every day I stare up at the cracks in the ceiling and all I can think about is how unfair it all is. The doctor came today. He told me I could go home for a short stay. It's not that I'm getting better. It's just that this may be my last chance. I think you know what I mean. Even so, I'm glad to be coming home. I've missed you terribly. But I'm afraid, James. I'm afraid you don't really want me to come home. Whenever you come see me, I can tell how hard it is on you. I don't know if you hate me or pity me. Or maybe I just disgust you. I'm sorry about that. When I first learned that I was going to die, I just didn't want to accept it. I was so angry all the time and I struck out at everyone I loved most. Especially you, James. That's why I understand if you do hate me. But I want you to know this, James. I'll always love you. Even though our life together had to end like this, I still wouldn't trade it for the world. We had some wonderful years together. Well, this letter has gone on too long, so I'll say goodbye. I told the nurse to give this to you after I'm gone. That means that as you read this, I'm already dead. I can't tell you to remember me, but I can't bear for you to forget me. These last few years since I became ill, I'm so sorry for what I did to you, did to us. You've given me so much and I haven't been able to return a single thing. That's why I want you to live for yourself now. Do what's best for you, James. James. You made me happy. Tape transcripts. This section includes material recorded on the tape, although there is only one item, which is James' videotape from the hotel. The location listed below is the location of the item itself. Videotape. Location: inside the open safe in the office, Lakeview Hotel 1F. Once the videotape is inserted into the VCR of room 312 of Lakeview Hotel, the following plays. Mary walks into the frame. Mary, are you taping again? Come on. She sits down in a chair by the window and looks outside. Mary, I don't know why, but I just love it here. It's so peaceful. You know what I heard? This whole area used to be a sacred place. I think I can see why. It's too bad we have to leave. Please promise you'll take me again, James. Mary starts to cough and puts her head down as if she's embarrassed. Static erupts over the screen and the video image flickers. After a while we see Mary on her sickbed through the high volume of snow on the screen. It's hard to see through the static, but we see James approach her and lean over the bed for a moment. Suddenly, he snatches her pillow from underneath her head, while the video image flickers back and forth from other parts of the video. James smothers her as she flails about, struggling for her life. After a few moments, she stops moving and the video cuts to only static. Notes. The following are small notes found throughout the game that will not be listed in the memo menu of your inventory, but they are often provide interesting tidbits of information or lore, and are also captioned with the same blue-tinted font as memos. These notes don't actually have any titles in the game since there is no list to sift through them, but I've added appropriate titles to identify each. Bar Neely's. Location: on the couch inside the camper trailer at the Saul and Harris Street intersection, East South Vale. I'll wait at Bar Neely's. The door that wakes in darkness. Location: written on the construction sheet walled by the door at the west end of Cat Street, East South Vale. The door that wakes in darkness, opening into nightmares. Another conclusion. Location: on the sewing machine table in room 205, Woodside Apartments 2F, along with the other extra memo, only available if not all three main endings have been achieved. Searching for another conclusion. The scars from the past. Location: written on the right side of the clock in the clock room, room 208, Woodside Apartments 2F. The scars from the past shall remove the nail that stops time. Rosewater Park Stone. Location: to the right of the east entrance of Rosewater Park, West South Vale. Rosewater Park. Patrick Chester. Location: engraved in a monument on the east side of Rosewater Park, West South Vale. Patrick Chester, son of Edward. He fought and died for the people, for liberty, and for all of our tomorrows. His memory lives on. In memory of the 67 who died. Location: engraved in a monument along the lakefront of Rosewater Park, West South Vale. In memory of the 67 who died of illness and now sleep beneath the lake. Jennifer Carroll. Location: engraved in the Praying Woman monument at the west side of Rosewater Park, West South Vale. Victim of persecution by T_____________________________________________________________________________ Jenny Carroll lived with pride and honor. Fully legible version. Victim of persecution by the Christians, Jennifer Carroll lived with pride and honor. What happened here shall never be forgotten. East Lakeview Hotel billboard. Location: behind the ripped section of fence on the north side of Nathan Avenue near Rosewater Park, West South Vale. Lakeview Hotel. Historical Society billboard. Location: along the north side of Nathan Avenue near Pete's Bolorama, West South Vale. Silent Hill Historical Society. West Lakeview Hotel billboard. Location: resting on the ground at the north side of Nathan Avenue near the destroyed bridge, West South Vale. Lakeview Hotel. Heaven's Night billboard. Location: along the south side of Nathan Avenue near the destroyed bridge, West South Vale. Heaven's Night. Jack's Inn billboard. Location: along the south side of Nathan Avenue near the Historical Society, West South Vale. Jack's Inn. Pete's Bolorama billboard. Location: along the south side of Nathan Avenue near the Historical Society, West South Vale. Pete's Bolorama. Heaven's Night neon sign. Location: inside on the wall by the front door to Heaven's Night, West South Vale. Heaven's Night. Refrigerator note. Location: posted on the mini fridge in the Doctor's Lounge, Brookhaven Hospital 1F. Food only. Do not store drugs. Joseph. Location: on the wall by the door to the unlocked cell in the special treatment room, Brookhaven Hospital 3F. If Joseph looks calm, he can be taken out of his cell. Historical Society plate. Location: on the wall just outside the entrance to the Silent Hill Historical Society, Dark South Vale. Silent Hill Historical Society. Wilt's Coal Mine. Location: the caption under the photo in the first exhibition room of the Silent Hill Historical Society. Wilt's Coal Mine. Brookhaven Hospital. Location: the caption under the painting of the hospital in the second exhibition room of the Silent Hill Historical Society. Brookhaven Hospital, 1880. This hospital was built in response to a Great Plague that followed a wave of immigration to this area. It was originally little more than a shack, but it gradually grew and grew. Prisoner note. Location: on the desk in the room at the bottom of the extremely long, descending hallway in the Silent Hill Historical Society. September 11, 1820. Prisoner number C221. Banquet painting. Location: on the wall in the room in the prison-esque hallway after moving through the room down the very long, descending hallway, beneath the Silent Hill Historical Society. Crimson and white banquet for the gods. Skewering painting. Location: on the wall in the room in the prison-esque hallway after moving through the room down the very long, descending hallway, beneath the Silent Hill Historical Society. Death by skewering. An execution at the prison. Death by skewering or strangling. To choose his death is the prisoner's last taste of freedom. Toluca Prison Camp painting. Location: on the wall in the room in the prison-esque hallway after moving through the room down the very long descending hallway, beneath the Silent Hill Historical Society. Toluca Prison Camp. Built during the Civil War. Later became Toluca Prison. Book titles in prison cell. Location: on the bed and floor in an open cell in the south cell block of Toluca Prison 1F, different titles at head and foot of bed. Black Magic from the Abyss, Resurrection of the Dead. The Chronicle of Agrippa, Manuscript of the Iron Rings. On Sacrifice and the Art of Demon Summoning, Tome of the Seer. The Feast of the Succubi, the Fallen Angels of Mercy and Favor. Counterfeiter. Location: the caption over the face of the counterfeiter in the room with the 6 standing corpses, labyrinth, if present. This man was hung for the crime of counterfeiting. Justice and revenge have been served. Kidnapper. Location, the caption over the face of the kidnapper in the room with the 6 standing corpses, labyrinth, always present. This man was hung for the crime of kidnapping. Justice and revenge have been served. Thief. Location, the caption over the face of the thief in the room with the 6 standing corpses, labyrinth, if present. This man was hung for the crime of thievery. Justice and revenge have been served. Bodily injurer. Location, the caption over the face of the bodily injurer in the room with the 6 standing corpses, labyrinth, if present. This man was hung for the crime of bodily injury. Justice and revenge have been served. Arsonist. Location, the caption over the face of the arsonist in the room with the 6 standing corpses, labyrinth, if present. This man was hung for the crime of arson. Justice and revenge have been served. Swindler. Location, the caption over the face of the swindler in the room with the 6 standing corpses, labyrinth, if present. This man was hung for the crime of swindling. Justice and revenge have been served. Embezzler. Location, the caption over the face of the embezzler in the room with the 6 standing corpses, labyrinth, if present. This man was hung for the crime of embezzlement. Justice and revenge have been served. Murderer. Location, the caption over the face of the murderer in the room with the 6 standing corpses, labyrinth, if present. This man was hung for the crime of murder. Justice and revenge have been served. Notice. Location, on the fence in the room with the 6 nooses, labyrinth. Only the sinless one can help you here. Mistakenly pull on a criminal's rope and your reward will be returned to you in a shape most wondrously strange. Note, the above is what is captioned, however the message seen on the sign in the game is completely different. Notice. Pull ye but once on a rope straight end, go and return, and the error be mended, beware thee though the punishment's ended. Note, trade is a typo and should read strayed. The felon. Location, inscribed on a tombstone in the catacomb, labyrinth. This felon drank one last bottle of ale before he was executed and laid here to his eternal rest. Walter Sullivan's tombstone. Location, inscribed on a tombstone in the catacomb, labyrinth. Walter Sullivan. Miriam K.'s tombstone. Location, inscribed on a tombstone in the catacomb, labyrinth. Miriam K. Trader. James tombstone. Location, inscribed on the tombstone of the open grave in the catacomb, labyrinth. James Sunderland. Angela's tombstone. Location, inscribed on the tombstone of the left dirt-filled grave in the catacomb, labyrinth. Angela Orozco. Eddie's tombstone. Location, inscribed on the tombstone of the right dirt-filled grave in the catacomb, labyrinth. Eddie Dombrowski. Toluca Lake dock wall. Location, written in large letters on the Toluca Lake dock wall. Warning, keep off. Hotel map note. Location, written on the guest map, found on the notice board in the back 1F hallway, just inside Lakeview Hotel. Written in handwriting inside the box of room 312 on the map. Waiting for you. Venus Tears plate. Location, on the wall by the entrance door of the Venus Tears bar, Lakeview Hotel B1F. Venus Tears. Weight allowance note. Location, posted on the panel inside the elevator in the employee elevator room, Lakeview Hotel 2F. Weight allowance, 1 person. Heater note. Location, on the back of the small circular heater in the employee lounge, Lakeview Hotel 1F, only viewable with the flashlight on a second trip to the employee-only wing. I'm Johnny, one hot guy. Music box puzzle. Location, inscribed in the 3 slots of the large music box player in the lobby, Lakeview Hotel 1F. Easy riddle level. When the lost one is returned, the sour note shall turn sweet. Normal riddle level. Seat of the princess who fled at midnight. Seat of the princess who awoke from death. Seat of the princess who spoke no words. Hard/extra riddle level. 'Twas shameful greed did stain her shoe with blood. Even so, I still want to believe that she was happy. Beauty, both a blessing and a curse thou be. Born from a wish. Memos. All of these memos can be found in the memo menu of your inventory once you've read them. They usually contain useful information or hints about puzzles. Inner garden tombstone. Location, engraved in the tombstone in the garden, up the ladder from the fireplace in the living room, Baldwin Mansion. Along with you died joy. All that remains is despair and a future of meaningless tomorrows. But I will never give up. 1. To see your beautiful smile again. 1. To beg the blessings of the gods. I wait for that day. When the boards cover all sadness too will be covered, but until my dreams return to reality I will have to swallow all the pain. Plant encyclopedia, acacia. Location, on the coffee table inside the lounge, Baldwin Mansion 2F. Acacia. A genus of evergreen trees of the mimosa tribe of the pea family. Its tiny flowers are yellow or white and grow in clusters. Common varieties include the gum tree. The acacia tree is a potent symbol in many religions across the world. In Christianity, it represents eternal life and morality. In ancient Egypt, it represented purity and rebirth, while in ancient Babylonia, it was thought of as the tree of the goddess Ishtar and was a symbol of life. It was also a holy tree to the ancient Jews who built the sacred Ark of the Covenant from it and for whom it signified a peaceful death and a release from grief. Note, in the last paragraph, the word covenant is a spelling error, it should read covenant. Lost memories. Location, on the table in the study, Baldwin Mansion 1F. Lost memories. I have the strongest trust, you may even call it faith, in the miracle called resurrection of the dead. Upon the hill where the light descended, the beast intoned his song. With words of blood, drops of mist and the vessel of night, the grave become an open field. The people wept in fear and joy at the reunion, but my faith in the salvation of Zucilpaba did not waver. It is also spoken of in the ancient legends. The original worshippers did not believe that death was the end, but that it was simply the path by which the deceased returned to nature. They also believed the process was reversible. There's something imprinted towards the bottom of the page. Blood equals red, mist equals white, night equals black. Note, in the first paragraph, the word resurrection is a spelling error, it should read resurrection. Item memos. These memos can be read by examining the respective item from your inventory after acquiring it. The locations for the memos below are the locations of the items themselves. Whiteboard. Location, on the floor of the north entrance hall balcony, Baldwin Mansion 2F. Written on back of board. When the white breath is found, I shall dedicate this thing. O Spirit of the Mist, grant us fortune eternal. Blackboard. Location, on the ground by the garden gravestone, up the ladder from the fireplace in the living room, Baldwin Mansion. Written on back of board. When the dark grail is found, I shall dedicate this thing. You who deny death, grant us fortune eternal. Red board. Location, on the ground by the garden gravestone, up the ladder from the fireplace in the living room, Baldwin Mansion. Written on back of board. When the crimson words are found, I shall dedicate this thing. O you gods deep in slumber, grant us fortune eternal. Birthday card. Location, under the chair in the attic, Baldwin Mansion. The candle must be lit with the matches to find it. To my dearest daddy, happy birthday. From Amy Baldwin. Notes. The following are only small notes that won't be listed in the memo menu of your inventory upon finding, but they're still fairly interesting notes or pieces of lore, captioned with the same blue tint font as memos. They do not have their own titles, however I've added them here to identify them. Heaven's Night neon sign. Location, inside on the wall by the front door to Heaven's Night, West South Vale. Heaven's Night. Plate on the floor. Location, on the floor in the roach-infested hallway down the 1F southern stairway. Amy Baldwin. She was loved too much by God. 7 years was not enough time. Haunted mansion warning. Location, spray painted in red on the exterior wall of the Baldwin Mansion, in the yard connecting to Blue Creek Apartments, West South Vale. Keep out of haunted mansion. By Andrew Haffenden aka Conqueror, Silent Hill 2 Memo FAQ. Silent Hill Memories unofficial fan site not affiliated with Konami. Home about, contact. Copyright Silent Hill is a registered trademark of Konami Digital Entertainment.